Welcome everybody to another great episode of Brutally Honest. It's your boy Stitches NBC.
And your boy Brutal Keith.
I thought it was Brutal NBC, bro. Why you still keep... This is why I call him Simba. This is why I call him Simba.
We're gonna have to start calling him Scar. He the king of the lions.
Well, I thought it was because of my stitches. Nah,
Yeah,
it's because of my stitches. Anyway,
we'll give him that one
how's
too.
everybody doing, bro? Just invite people, because everybody's like, "What are you doing on your phone?" Let him invite the people. Let me entertain you guys for a second. How's everybody doing? Now today, I'm excited. I don't know. Can y'all feel it? Can y'all feel the energy? Today we actually going to be talking about certain things like, let's say, people's of perception of relationships. It's completely out of whack. Like I feel like a lot of the majority of the people feel like being into a relationship is being condemned, is being in hell, is being in jail. Like, oh my God, we need to talk about this. We're also going to talk about why do friendships end after you get into a relationship. Like, real talk, we was best friends. We was cool. We used to hang out and shit, just as friends. So shorty got a man. After that, I don't even know where she's at anymore. Like, I'm blocked. I'm blocked from social media. I was like, yo, we was just friends. So it's like, why do we have to protect other people's insecurity as if they're our responsibility? You feel me? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about celebrate every single day. My G Keith or NBC group. This guy right here last week was talking about how we got to celebrate every day. Every day is a holiday, and it's just to celebrate our wins.
I'll talk more about it.
Yeah,
I'll talk more about
I'm going to get at you at that. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a question before moving on. We're going to talk about how long should you be together with somebody, including the engagement and things like that. How long should you be together before actually getting married? How long do you wait? We got a lot of responses, a lot of inputs, a lot of different opinions and perceptions on it. And I'm definitely going to bring that out to the forefront. I'm going to ask you guys this. How do you see your next partner? And to clarify, is like, how do you want your next partner to be? Like, how do you see that? How do you envision that in your head? I'm a firm believer, we're a firm believer of law of attraction. So let's put this energy out there. And I want you guys to comment right now. How is it that you see your partner? How is it that you want your partner to be? It is for the single people, those who are taken, God bless you, and I hope you guys are happy. Press 1 if y'all watching this live, 2 if it's a replay, 3 if y'all want a shout out, if y'all shared, or if y'all bought a shirt and got the Love Letter Project and all that, and 4 if you guys are a new viewer. Definitely want to get to know. Keith, are you looking for love?
No.
You're not looking for love?
I'm not. Are you?
Am I?
Well, I think you are.
You think I am? Why is it that when I tell people, when people tell people I'm not looking for love, they always say, I think you are? Keith, you say you're not looking for love.
I'm not.
But you're on dating apps. You respond to your DMs. You give females play. You engage to females. You reach out to females. I don't do any of that. I don't even respond to my messages, but I'm the one looking for love?
Yeah.
Please, I'm going to need this guy to explain this.
Well,
how is it that I'm the one looking for love if I'm not even putting myself out there?
Because
here's the reason why.
Here's the reason why, Stitch, and this is what I'm saying.
He's already with
this is what I mean by that. When I say I'm not looking for love, it's, for me, I might be dating. If love happened to find me, it find me. But I ain't looking for it. Like, I might be putting myself out there.
Whatever.
But that's just getting to know people, etc.
You're looking for love, Keith. What are you talking about?
I'm not.
So why are you out there?
Because, like I said, I want to get to know somebody that I could potentially
But you're not looking?
No, not for love. No.
So what are you looking for?
The right person. Somebody that's going to match my energy.
We
talked about this.
But that don't mean,
what I mean by that is this. Hear me out. What I mean by that is, I'm not looking for love. Like I said, if it finds me, I'm not saying no to it. I'm not closing my door. but I'm not looking for it either. Now, the difference is, and what I mean by that is, for me, I might be dating, I might be getting to know people, I might be responding to my DMs or whatever the case may be. But on the other hand, the reason why I say you're looking for love is because you actually want a relationship. You want to settle down. So if you're looking to settle down with somebody, of course you're going to want to fall in love with the person you settle down with. You're not going to just settle down with anybody.
Why should I be busy looking for love when I'm too busy looking for myself? That's the issue, and that's why I'm bringing this up. A lot of times we get into relationships to fix our issues. Yes, we stated this before, whatever. We need to be redundant. A lot of times we get into relationships to cover our insecurities. A lot of times we get into relationships because we're just lonely, because we feel alone, because we're looking for this and we're looking for that. When the reality is, everything that you've been looking for has already been inside you. So you out here telling me, yeah, subconsciously, Keith, subconsciously, we are all looking for love. It doesn't matter what you say and it doesn't matter what I say. We are subconsciously, we are all looking for love.
I disagree.
Disagree all you want. But consciously, on the level that I'm at, bro, I am not looking for it. I am not putting myself out there. I am not a POF Tinder expert like you are. Sponsor, you got stocks and all of that. And you want to tell me that I'm looking for love. But yet you're the one putting yourself out there. The only one that I'm putting out there is myself. So I can find myself and be aware of what it is that I really want and what I don't want. Now, if I say I'm not looking for it, I'm not going to tell you, nah, I don't want it. I don't want it. No. But I tell you one thing, I know what I want, and I'm not settling for anything, and I'm not changing myself either. It doesn't come with ignorance, guys. I have to mention that does not come with ignorance. If there's something that you need to change within yourself and better yourself and grow, then do what you got to do, but don't take advantage of somebody else's time. Don't take advantage of somebody else because they love you, because they're giving you their attention, they're giving you that affection that you want at that time, but you ain't even ready for, whatever, I'm gonna dive in either. Yeah, you dived in, but you don't even know how deep that pool was. You don't even know how to swim. You don't even got a lifesaver on, but I'm the one looking for love.
You are. You looking for it, bro. Anytime you're ready to settle down, like you want to be with one person, you can't tell me that that's not what you want. Now, I get what you're saying.
You said want. I said look.
Yeah. But okay, so the slightest difference in the words.
Bro, whatever. And it's not just me. It's not being cocky or anything, because females can do this a lot more than I can. But you know what? I'm not an ugly dude. But the reality is, I could respond to any of my DMs and be in a relationship right now. So if I'm looking for it, why am I not there?
Well, because at the end of the day, like you said already, you're not going to just settle for something just because it's in your DM.
So why am I going to put myself out there to look for a good time? You ain't looking for love, but you're looking for a good time. You shouldn't be looking for a good time. You should be looking for Keith Coney.
And you're right. I'm not going to disagree with that because you're right. And actually, it was something I said a day ago. I think I was talking to somebody about this where I said, you know what? A lot of times in relationships, we too busy looking for other people without finding ourselves. Now, what I meant by that was we don't even know all the things we want out of life. We just know what we attracted to, or we got that type we like. So we always go for that type, and we always end up single after we with them, right? It's because that might be the type you want, but it might not be everything that you want. And until you figure that out, you're not going to be able to settle down because you're going to keep running into a brick wall because you're unsure.
Guys, moving on. We agreed to disagree, but this ain't over. This ain't over.
Well, one of the things I want to bring up. Let's move on. But one of the things I want to bring up is, like you said, this shouldn't change you. Whether you're looking for love or not looking for love, when you get into a relationship, it shouldn't change you. So my question to you is, why is it that when you do get involved, you disappear?
What do you mean you disappear?
Bro, we used to ball, we used to hang out, etc. Then all of a sudden, now you're not available for me. Now you can't ball on Wednesdays or on Mondays like we used to. Now all of a sudden your schedule's very, very iffy. On when you could actually chill. Now,
well, you know what? If you was a true friend, you would understand.
This guy.
Now, let's clarify things,
Well.
all right? What he's saying, he's implying it as far as an example, all right?
Example.
Not specifically like this is what I'm doing to the guy. What we're talking about is, you moved ahead of me, but that's fine.
Well, you said moving on.
I'll stitch it up since I'm Scar over here, right? Right?
King of the lions. Yeah,
right.
go ahead.
King of the damn jungle. Or call me an eagle, whatever. Why do friendships end after they get into a relationship? That's what we're talking about, right?
Right.
Now, one of the reasons is because it's jealousy. Mainly because of your friends. And why is it that you're jealous? Now, we explained the differences between jealousy and envy. Envy is wishing you had something that somebody has. Jealousy is feeling like someone's taking what you have. Right? So it comes with jealousy. So being that, let's use the example you said, you my boy, you my killer, we best friends and blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. Now, you got in a relationship or I got in a relationship or whatever, and now the time that we're going to spend together, whatever, it ain't going to be the same. And how can it be the same if I'm investing my time with my future, with what I'm trying to build? And this is why I said, if you was my true friend, you would understand why I'm not available to go chill and play ball and play pool and do this, all this extracurricular activities that we used to do. I'm busy focused on what it is that I'm doing right now as far as building the future.
Got it. And I love that you said that, because the first thing I'm going to say is, like you said, it shouldn't matter that you got in a relationship or you're building your future over there. You shouldn't change who you are. If that person met you and we used to ball every Saturday, why can't we still ball on Saturdays? Just because that's your yoga day with Shorty, where y'all doing yoga on the beach together, it's like now we can't ball on Saturday mornings no more.
Okay, and to respond to that, whatever, man. To respond to that, it's like this. Listen, if I set something up like you just said, oh, we used to ball every Saturdays together. That's already time that I've already set aside for you or for the activity, whatever, using that as an example, right? Now, I should value that friendship as much as I value the relationship. You understand what I'm saying? I shouldn't be putting the new relationship, regardless of how much in love and under the spell that I'm on, to just disregard the friendship that I already have set in place. So if we already have an agreement like, yo, hey, Saturday we're going to chill because that's how our schedules work. You work, I work, families and whatever. But every Saturday we get together so we can work out, do cardio, run, jog, fish, whatever it is, right? That's the guide time that we set a time, right? I should have valued that more instead of replacing that time with something that I'm already built. And that's why that causes jealousy. You feel me? Agreed. So a lot of times we need to be dismiss being blinded by love at that moment and be like, wait a minute, like, nah, that's my boy. And it's not like, oh, I don't know if this relationship is gonna work or if it's just temporary. I know he's my boy and he's always gonna be there. No, it's not about that. It's about valuing what you have, knowing what you have, and putting the importance onto it. Being aware that minimizing and diminishing what you've already established is gonna make the other person feel a certain way, and they're just for doing so. Like you said, wow, Stitch, we used to ball. Now because you want to get your nails and hair done with your shorty? No, bro. I'm not Bad Bunny. I ain't Nicky Jam either.
Bro, I swear, that post you put this week, fire.
Fire.
Man,
I'm telling
you,
man.
We're not talking about it this episode, but I definitely think that was a great topic. Check that out if y'all haven't already. Just mind blown. Straight up.
Yeah, definitely was. But another reasons why relationships change, or why friendships change after you get into a friendship, is because, let's say I got a shorty, and I know her attitude and how she moves, and I also know how you move too. And now I already know that, oh man, they gonna clash. There's gonna be some tension there for whatever reason. You know what? I'd rather just separate y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some things like that. And a lot of times, like, maybe you see me with Shorty and you be like, yo, why is she talking to you like that? Why is she doing this and why is she doing that? And I'm going to give you guys advice right now. Don't ever get involved in a domestic issue. Don't ever get, now unless it's physical. Unless it's physical and you're there, you got to do whatever you feel that you should do, right?
I was going to say, I agree and disagree. What I mean by that is, you're right. Don't get involved in a domestic dispute as far as jumping in the middle of things. What I would say I disagree with that is like you said in the example of, I know how you are. And I know how you carry yourself and certain things, you know, where you're gonna check people like, yo, this is the type of respect I want, this is the respect I give, and if they don't give it, you're gonna check them. So you're right, as your boy, if I see a chick talking to you like raising her voice or out of pocket or something like that, and you're not checking her, my thing wouldn't be to jump in the middle of that and check her for you.
No.
As your boy, I might come to you and be like, yo, bro, you gonna let her talk to you like this? Like, what's going on? And the reason why is because as a man, I'm gonna come to you, being that you're my friend, you're the person that I have the relationship with, so to speak, as far as the friendship. I'm gonna talk to you, not your woman. Not get involved in that.
Amen. Definitely, that's great advice to put out there. Let me give a quick shout out to Liz, Christopher, John, Jay, Sue, Jessica, Brandy, SK, Michelle, Tanisha, everybody that's tuning in, everybody that commented, everybody that liked, commented, and shared. We fully appreciate that, and we love you all. How long should you wait before actually getting married, Keith?
I'm I'm up in the air on this question. I'm gonna be honest with you, because a part of me still believes in love at first sight. Like that's still a possibility. That actually still happens in the world.
Loser.
Listen,
I'm joking.
I'll be honest with you. You know, the older relationships back in the day, they lasted much longer than the ones of today do, and a lot of them started with love at first sight.
They
building something.
Love at first sight. That was the only girl in town.
Right? Yeah, I guess it's gonna be love at first sight if she's the only one.
I'm just saying, right? I'm just trying to be funny and things like that. I'm just saying, like with the technology nowadays, and I feel like this has really impacted what you're saying right now. The options, bro. Yeah. The options. Just because we have 100 options out there, we don't value at the one we already have. We don't value what we have. That's why we've diminished the value and the importance that we put on loyalty. How we frown upon being unfaithful and cheating on others. Like, we tend, as a society, we tend to just normalize things like, you know what, oh, he played you, or he cheated, oh, he's a dude, dudes are gonna be dudes, or whatever. No. At the end of the day, it's all about standards, morals, and your character. How is it that you carry yourself? You feel me? Just because it's okay or things make it okay, it doesn't mean that it's okay. It doesn't mean that just because now sexuality is being out there, it doesn't make it okay for 14-year-old girls to be dressing like they're 21 years old. It's not okay. It's not okay no matter what.
No, definitely, man. And I agree. But as far as how long should you be together before you get married, honestly, I think when you feel it's right, whether that's love at first sight, whether you've been with the person 10 years, the honest answer I'm going to give you, and just being brutally honest, is when you feel you're ready. Period.
And you know what? There really is no time frame and things like that. And that's cool, but I disagree with you. Because even if you feel like it's ready, it's just an emotion. You don't even know where that emotion's coming from. You feel me? We're just humans. I feel, in my opinion, I feel like it needs to be a minimum of at least 3 years. Statistically and psychologically speaking, every relationship on the 3rd year is the hump. The 3rd year is the hardest part of the relationship. Y'all can ask me why later. The 3rd year is the hardest part. Now, I'm going to say 3 years before you actually get married. Yes, I understand. People can meet one day, get married the next day, and they last for over decades. There's people that have been together for a decade, get married, and they divorce the next year. I understand that. Life is balanced. I understand. I'm just talking about majority, and generally speaking, it has to be at least 3 years. And within these 3 years, which includes the engagement, right? Live with the person, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you feel like if it's right, but if you don't live with the person first, and you've said this before, you're a firm believer, like when you leave, cleanliness is next to godliness. You really know a person once you live with them and learn their habits and things like that. Definitely. So I don't even have to ask you if you agree. Should you live with the person first?
Oh, definitely. I would agree with that. You definitely live with the person before you marry them. Now, when you mention it should be 3 years, you're not saying wait 3 years and then get engaged. You're including getting engaged in that process. Just to clarify. Because some people can get engaged and wait 6 months. Some people can get engaged and wait 5 years.
It goes back to what you said, bro. Do it whenever you feel like. At the end of the day, everybody, you, me, everybody watching, everybody that will be watching later, do whatever you feel like. Do whatever you want to do without that fear of being judged by others. I'm not going to tell you should do this and you should do that. All we're going to do is put the information out there. If you want it, you take it. If you don't, you don't. At the end of the day, I'm not going to judge nobody. I do not want to judge anybody because of a moment of weakness. Oh, they had a moment. They said this. She said that. She did this. He said that. And blah, blah, blah. We have bad days. Like I said, sometimes we're hungry and we say things we don't even mean. Let's stop judging people by those moments, you know? Let's start judging them. And if we are, let's judge them by the moments where they excel, you know? Because every day you're going to have an opportunity to look up and be inspired by what somebody does, right?
And that actually leads us right into the next topic on what I wanted to discuss. Of course it does,
bro. I'm smooth with the transitions. Of course it leads right next.
Okay, Scar. So
as Simba was saying,
that leads us right into the next topic, which is to celebrate your wins. Celebrate every day. And I mentioned it last week. You know, I brought up last Tuesday was National Honesty Day, and it was just funny that that's what it was on a Tuesday when we do our Brutally Honest shows, you know. But if you Google like every day, there's some holiday somewhere on the planet that people are celebrating. There's always something going on. But even if there isn't, there's so much negativity in the world. There's so much that can go wrong in your day. Like you said, not every day is going to be a bright, shiny one. Some days it's going to be sunny. But like we all say, you need to have those rainy days so you can get the rainbows, right? At the end of the day, celebrate your wins. If you don't have any wins for the day and it was just a complete bad day all around, celebrate the fact that you woke up and you got the opportunity to have a bad day. Maybe tomorrow your rainbow's going to come out. Maybe tomorrow you will excel. Who knows? But you should celebrate every blessing that you get because nobody's promised tomorrow. And at the end of the day, it's easy to jump on a negative bandwagon like everybody else.
It's easier to be negative than it is to be positive. I agree with that, but I'm going to ask you this. If you do something every single day, it becomes normal, it becomes a routine, and it loses its emphasis, its energy, and its value. So if you do this every day, aren't you taken from the fact of the actual celebration? Oh, I woke up this morning. Oh, today was a bad day. I didn't do what I really needed to do. But hey, I woke up and I'm breathing. Yeah, I should celebrate that.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
And I hear you. Don't get me wrong. When you do something over and over again, like we talking about the sun and the rain. If it was sunny every day, you wouldn't appreciate
the sun anymore.
Exactly, because it's something that's there. It's normal. And I get what you're saying. However, here's where I'm going to say it differentiates. And what I mean by that is when you celebrate, you're putting positive vibes, positive energy out into the world. What I mean by that is if you are having a bad day, that celebration can change your mood. It could change your outlook on your entire life, on your next day. And that could change the difference between you having a series of bad days and the negativity to, you know what, having one bad day, celebrating the win that you woke up today, and being able to have a better day tomorrow.
Great, awesome. So now I'm going to rebuttal you. How about we don't celebrate our good days, don't celebrate our wins? How about two things? How about we show gratitude for the good things, and we celebrate the losses instead? Oh, we failed. I don't believe in the word failure. I believe that failure is actually an opportunity to learn and to grow from. So when we do have these bad days, we look back and celebrate it. Oh my God, it was pouring cats and dogs today. But you know what? Good, because that gave me time to reflect on myself. That gave me time to do research on the business that I'm trying to do, blase. Or maybe you started a business and you had to close it. Whatever it is that you went through your life.
Wow.
There's still something to celebrate. So that's cool, bro. Celebrate your wins. That's positive. I ain't going to take nothing from that. But I'm going to throw something else in that spectrum, which is celebrate your losses too.
Facts.
Because from there, those are learning experiences and learning opportunity that you got.
I don't know
so
if
yeah,
this,
I had a bad day today. Like you said, bro, it's easier to be negative than it is to be positive. So you're gonna have to really focus on yourself. Like, okay, I had a bad day today. Put your mind to think about the positivity. You know, I'm not rebutting you or disagreeing with you. I'm just intertwining things, right?
Definitely. That's why I said you gave me chills when you said it. Like literally, I got goosebumps.
Celebrate the wins and celebrate the losses as well. Do not look at the losses as failure. Don't look at the wins as a step ahead that allows you to be complacent and comfortable. Like, yeah, I took 10 steps today. I could just chill. Next week goes by. Now you're 10 steps back. Like, no. Be tough on yourself. Show gratitude is what I mean as well too. Like, yes, you woke up this morning, thank God, you know, and things like that. Show gratitude. Think you show positivity. People were being nice to you that day and things like that. Yes, show gratitude. Gratitude is a really big thing. But also keep in mind that all the bad thing that has happened to you is preparing you for something bigger. Yes, you failed today. Tomorrow you're going to succeed. Yes, they forgot about you yesterday. Today they're going to remember you. Tomorrow you'll probably be legendary.
Facts. And not for nothing, I mean, I can't disagree with anything you said. And actually, I love the fact that you touched on that, because where I was coming from was just on thinking about the wins and realizing that not everything is a negative or a loss. Meaning, even if you have the bad days, you still woke up to have the day. You know, so from that perspective, and that's where I was coming from. But you touching on what you mentioned, I really love that, because that hits home with a lot of people. And it resonates a lot more. Sometimes we're going to have those losses, and instead of dwelling in them, reflect on them. Take the positive out of what you learned from that situation to move forward. And I love the fact that you said that, because that's definitely motivating and inspirational to everybody watching, I'm sure.
Definitely, man. And what I meant by the intro when I was talking about people's perceptions of relationship is like you're stuck in jail. Like, what is it that you want? If you're a female, did you want a man or did you want another father? If you're a dude, did you want a girl? Did you want a woman or did you want another mother? And what I mean by that is like when I ask questions, why is it that friendships change once they get into a relationship? A lot of the responses like, guys, we got, you know, we have a lot of 90% is female viewers, so they majority of the time they told me it's because of him. It's because of the guy. It's because of the guys. But if I ask a guy this, he's going to tell me it's because of her. So what that means is it's because of our partner. Why is it that friendships change once we get into a relationship? They sense this thing like it's because of our partners. So with that being said, it's like we take their insecurity as our responsibility. Oh, I'm going to put myself as an example. I got Shorty, but Shorty doesn't like me having a lot of female friends. I'm in entertainment, real talk. I'm in entertainment. I do this and I'm music videos and I'm around females and whatever. So I'm going to need somebody that trusts me hard too. It's not going to be easy, but I'm not going to try to make it easier either. If I have a job to do, if I'm still being myself, I'm not going to take away from who I am because of somebody else's insecurity. And that's why we have a lot of resentment when we do allow that. And then we have the nerve to blame the other person why we didn't excel. We have the nerve to blame the other person why we didn't reach our full potential. When the reality is, we made that happen. We allowed it. If you feel like it's disrespectful, if your partner's calling you and you're busy and you didn't pick up and you find that disrespectful, you should really reevaluate yourself. Because if you're busy, you're busy. And if you feel like, oh, why you didn't pick up my phone? Again, did you want a mother, a father, or did you want a partner for life? You don't have to be explaining yourself like, hey, babe, I was doing this and I was doing that. Because when it comes to that time that you can't explain yourself, the insecurities is going to blow up and all of a sudden you was doing something that you wasn't doing in the first place. So keep it real with yourself first. Hey, listen, I was busy. Busy doing what?
Busy.
I was busy. You feel me? Don't feel like you're forced to feed people's insecurities, because at the end of the day, you're going to end up paying for it. Right. And it's not the other person's fault. You should be aware and tell the person, hey, listen, I know you got this and I know you got that. Communication is key. And you need to check yourself. You need to do this and you do that, because once you're secure of yourself, once you're confident in yourself, other people's opinions ain't going to affect you like that.
Facts.
Next week, guys. Next week, we're gonna be talking about some hats from the topic. Next week, right? On the 21st, actually, was it the 21st, right?
The 21st.
The 21st, which is 2 Tuesdays from there. We actually have some special guests. We're gonna talk about domestic violence. We're gonna talk about woman empowerment, and we're also gonna talk about ladies. Why is it that because you're independent, now all of a sudden you think you could do everything a man can? Really? We're going to talk about feminism and that with some female guests as well. But next week, we're going to talk about hats from the topic, such as, read that if you don't mind. I'll read this one. Such as topics like, I lost my earring trick. Oh, I love that one. The trick. I lost my earring. I left my earring behind. We're going to talk about that one.
Volunteer friend zone?
For 1 year.
For 1 year.
We're going to talk about volunteer. I volunteered to be friend zoned for at least 1 year. I got my hands up, ladies. That's hilarious. But
That's going to be interesting.
We're also going to talk about this. What do guys, Keith, what do you consider good punani? Let's say cat.
Just use cat.
What do you... This is going to be a great episode next week. What do you consider the top 3 things that you consider for it to be good cat? Because females think because you got guys say you got good cat, it actually means the cat. No. We're going to talk about that from a guy's perspective next week. After I had topics, remember we do provide counseling, things like that now. To end it, we're going to end it how I usually end it. And just to symbolize that dudes can do this with your eyes closed.
Okay.
They like when I put the blindfold, so I'm going to just do it again.
I was going to say, it was nice when you did that.
You know, it's probably too much, but whatever. If they don't like it, they probably share it even more. You know, people love negativity. It goes like this. This is from Ready to Settle Down. It's actually the 3rd song from the Love Letter Project. She a good girl, so a little hood girl. I always knew that one day you would, girl. Always be mine. I wish that I could read mine. Cause now you act like I'm supposed to read mines. She gave me time. I was the main event here. She was always down. And all I had to say was when God sent. Too perfect to be made by men. Degrade by men. Nah, all that time just came in one. Cause now look at us. For real, man, just look at us, because we so hot, we so fire, ain't no need to cook for us. But you know that at the end, there's only 2 that root for us. To always gain respect and never lose the trust. Sexiness is a factor, dangerous is a hazard. Still, I don't close this chapter. I just had to raise my standards. She that good, she knows how to roll her backward. She that hood with her no going backwards. Thank y'all all for tuning in. It's your boy Stitches MBC.
And your boy Brutal Keith.
Kind of like having these 2 bananas. And Simba out here again. And apparently Scar. We got a whole new Lion King thing going on. Thank y'all all for tuning in. I love y'all all. Make sure y'all share, y'all comments.
Definitely.
Still trying to do the outro.
I know about the shirts.
I mean, they know about the shirts, man.
But if they order it, what they get?
That you actually get the private link to the Love Letter Project. Remember, y'all can choose any color y'all want, any combination. It's good quality, man. Holla at me.